I don't know, I kind of just sent myself ahead.
Are there lines or sentences you're particularly proud of, lyrically?
Yeah, there are, but I sort of, you know, some I'm proud of because they live in the body of the whole song. Let me see, what would I say? I don't know, I think you'd have to just listen to it yourself. You pick them out.
Have you become more careful with writing lyrics because you know millions of people will hear them?
Actually, no, it's become the opposite. I kind of realised that, you know, writing and singing is just, for me, the best way to sort of just let go of myself, you know. So it helps to be even more direct or even more sort of flamboyant with your words and even more extreme.
Mm-hmm.
So no, I think you know you can't think about, you know, you can't think about millions of people when you write, because that can be quite
Mm-hmm.
sort of disabling. You have to just write because it's the only thing you can do. So yeah.
Well, the song that struck me first on the album is "The Flood," because it's again very varied. You know, there are different parts and
Mm-hmm.
different patterns. Don't you think some diehard fans will be quite shocked because it's so different from what you did before, I believe?
I think they probably, yeah, they could be shocked if they wanted to be shocked. But that was also the point of it. I mean, you know, with this record, I feel like I've made 3 albums that have the same theme, a beautiful theme through it. And I don't know, I kind of came upon various discoveries last year where I wanted to embrace sort of current ways of making music. And before I was much more rooted in traditional music and traditional ways of making music. And once I kind of cracked that part of my mind open, which was to embrace modern music and also take it into the future, I felt quite sort of unlimited, and that was so liberating. And then all I wanted to do was not worry about what a conventional structure of a song should be, and just kind of sort of open the floodgates and see what happened.
Was there a particular event that caused that?
It was, well, it was kind of, I think I was sitting one day and just sort of writing and writing, not songwriting, just sort of typing out words and, you know, and asking questions to myself. And then I kind of realised that sort of what I wanted from the record was to go really, really far into the future, but I also wanted to go really, really far into the past. And the best bit that happened was I came to the same place. So that was sort of what triggered it.
What do you mean? You came to the same place?
Well, if you, it's a bit sort of philosophical, I suppose. It was just a case of, how would I describe it? I don't know, I kind of just sent myself ahead, and then I sent myself really far back. And I kept going and going, and I kept going and going at the same time in both directions. And then ended up, and I thought, oh my God, it's the same place. So it was a constant. I think that's what it was about. There was a constant that sort of went beyond time and space, and that was where I wanted to place this music.
Does that journey manifest itself musically?
Yes, it does.
On the house, and how does that manifest itself?
I think it goes, well, from, for example, the breaking down of structures of the format of songs like The Flood. The House, the last song on the record, is all about going into parts of you that, you know, that you're afraid of, or that you've never been to, that you're not scared to just, I suppose, explore your mind and sort of explore your soul, if you believe in that kind of thing. And then, yes, for example, I'd Love to Kill You, we spoke about that, to not be afraid of the darkest part of you, to not deny anything of you, to accept the bad and the good and the evil and the saintly.
And that's the thread that ties the songs together?
Pretty much, but you know, I always find it annoying to kind of put it all into words. You know, you're either going to feel it or you're not. I mean, it's silly me talking about it. You're either going to feel it or you're not.
Okay, The Flood, what is the song about? Let's be very specific.
Okay, The Flood is about, you know, letting go of things that might hold you in resistance to yourself. And it's about, it's kind of about, again, see, this is what I mean, it's the same thing. It's about acknowledging that shit can happen in the world, you know, and that you can sort of really fight it and resist it and live in fear of it, or you can actually just kind of go, well, I'm gonna, you know, live life to the max, and I'm gonna just embrace every single moment and not be afraid of the dark, I suppose.
Okay, last question. Is it too much to say that The Flood is symbolic for your slight change in musical direction?
No, not at all. I think one of the reasons why I felt happy with going with The Flood as the first single is because it does represent the album as a whole, because there is a wide variety of, you know, ideas, musical ideas on the album. So, no, I think that's a pretty good analysis.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Thank you.